What is going on, everyone? This is Mining, and I wanted to make one more video before the big move and before I start packing everything up, because it's been a little over a year since I first started mining, and this is a build I've never shown on YouTube before. It is basically it started off as a gaming build that morphed into a mining build. And it's just been mining for the past year in the same spot, just basically non-stop. And I want to talk about that and how much it made when I first put it together, what it's been mining like over the past year and where it's at present. And also talk about how I got into mining. I got into mining basically to justify buying a 1080 Ti. I wanted a 1080 Ti to replace the 660 Ti that I had in my gaming PC. I did a little bit of mining with it. Actually, I have the box over here. I did some mining with the 660 Ti. By the way, this is an amazing graphics card back in 2012. It was just perfect for 1080p gaming. Had the new, I think, Kepler architecture. Anyway, if anyone else had this card, please feel free to leave a comment. This card still works amazingly well for 1080p gaming, but it was making about 60 to 80 cents a day back in May of 2017 mining altcoins. And it was proof that you could make money GPU mining. With that in mind, I took a look at what 1080 Ti's were mining at. There was barely any information on it. Basically only the Founders Edition was out at that time. But from what I could tell, I could expect that the 1080 Ti would be mining about $5 to $6 a day on NiceHash back in June of 2017. So my game plan was I bought three 1080 Ti's, and I was going to mine with two of them in SLI, while the third one I would be gaming on. And that obviously didn't work. You can't mine in SLI. It's horribly unstable. You could actually do it for like a couple minutes before it just stopped. But so I did that. The first day was just trying to figure out how to get this all to work, because there wasn't much on YouTube about putting together these kind of rigs and stuff, especially the 1080 Ti's, because they were so new. But when I turned on NiceHash, they were making about $5 to $6 a day. If you think about it, if you're making $5 or $6 on a $700 graphics card, your rate of return on your investment is about 120, 130 days, which in the financial world would be amazing. So there was a huge opportunity, and my whole goal was just to be able to pay off these 1080 Ti's without basically having to spend any of my own money. But it turned into me buying about 20 graphics cards and this YouTube channel. But let's talk about this rig, because it has some really interesting parts which you normally wouldn't put into a mining build. First of all, the Core i5 processor. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it's not a good gaming processor by any means. You definitely couldn't take advantage of 1080 Ti's and SLI. But I was like, I'll compromise. Instead of getting a Pentium or an i7, I went with this. So, horrible choice. There's no reason to have an i5 in a mining rig, or to use an i5 like this in a gaming rig that's going to be running a 1080 Ti's and SLI. The other thing is, this is the basically hero of the entire build. This is a Seasonic Snow Silent 1050 watt that actually runs all three of these 1080 Ti's. This thing is a monster. And Seasonic, even though it's more expensive than Corsair, if you look on YouTube and some of the reviews have been done, it's just Seasonic always puts out a solid product. So that's what's been powering this nonstop for the past year. Also has some odd choices, like this RGB Corsair Vengeance RAM 16 gigabytes. Obviously, never put that in a mining rig. There's no need to waste money like that. But because this was started off as a gaming rig, that's why it's in there. I also have a M.2 960 Evo. That was going to be my boot drive. Again, overkill for a mining rig, but nevertheless, here we are. And then all the janky stuff. Like you can see, the mining rig's held up by a hard drive tray that's on top of some wood, and then another hard drive tray. And this was just, I just had to take them out of the case, because with just two of them inside the case, even with there was a glass enclosure, the glass enclosure, there was no way. It would just get way too hot and the graphics cards would shut off. Even with the glass enclosure taken off, having two cards in there, it would just get way too hot. So I had to take both of these cards out just to be able to run them so that they wouldn't basically, overheat. The other thing that I did was, instead of using a version 1 PCIe riser, I did the full extension cord. So this motherboard, the Asus Prime Z270A, at the time was a popular board for mining and worked perfectly well for gaming, but it's two full-size PCIe Express slots, which I could just plug the graphics cards into using the extenders, and I didn't even have to mess around with the BIOS. It just works, and it's been working like this for over a year. At the height of mining back in November and December of 2017, when Bitcoin was hovering around $20,000, these cards were mining about $7 each. So total, this rig was making about $21 a day. And again, if you do the math on that, that's a fantastic rate of return on your investment. But here we are, January of 2018, basically all of 2018 was brutal. It started picking up again in April. These cards were making about $4 to $5 at that point, and it's basically just dipped. Right now, Bitcoin is at about $6,500, and I'll show you guys how much these three cards are currently making right now using NiceHash. So let's see my balance down here. I think I just got paid out yesterday, but $4.22 is what NiceHash has these three cards mining and paying off. Looks like it's mining Lira 2 rev, so Mona coin or Vert coin, but NiceHash always picks the best algorithm to whatever's paying the most. So it's an accurate reflection of what you can expect to make from these cards. So we went from making over $7 a card down to less than $2 per card. And I'll make another video on where I think mining is heading with all the different options out there. But this is where I'm going to leave this off. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And hopefully GPU mining picks up again. I love putting these builds together, even if they're janky like this. And I hope you guys enjoy them as well. I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.